And chocolates are sweet ways to say I love you, but they can't compare with the actual time spent with your loved one when it comes to keeping your relationship strong. With Valentine's Day approaching, we are talking about a way to do just that through couples yoga. We want to welcome wellness expert and registered yoga instructor Aubrey Warwick, along with her husband Dan DeStevens. So nice to have you on the show.
Oh, thanks for having us.
It's rare that we get to see like the other half of someone.
So other
nice
half, better half,
whatever you want to call it.
Exactly.
What a neat way to do this though, because we oftentimes don't get that one-on-one time.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. So today we are here to show our viewers and to encourage them to step outside of their comfort zone and try something a little playful and maybe new in order to heighten their connection with their significant other.
Okay. And I'm going to step out of the way so you guys can kind of show us and walk us through some of the moves that you're going to do.
All right. Okay. So first, Dan and I, we're going to come down to our mat. Last month, we were talking about breath, and since it's Go Red for Women Day, increasing your breath awareness is going to help to lower our blood pressure. So we would start first by a 4-7-8 count breath, inhaling through the nose 4 counts, holding 7 counts, and exhaling 8. Then once you have this connection with your partner, we're going to move into a spinal flow. So we're going to twist to our left and then just start to be okay with touching the other person as well. So you don't have to, if you don't have a significant other per se, you can do this with a best friend, maybe a son or daughter, and again, just have fun with it, because at first it might feel a little cheesy, but again, we're encouraging you to step outside of your comfort zone, trying something new to have fun. So after you feel good with these twists, this is a nice basic one. This is a seated cat and cow with your partner. So we'll begin by arching our back, drawing our chin to our chest, and then lifting our heart centers towards one another, opening up through the chest. And this is such a great way to warm up the muscles through the back. And I'm telling you what, if you have someone sitting next to you at home, try this out. It feels really, really nice. And you can't knock it until you try it. That's what I say a lot with partner yoga. So now from this point, we're going to go back to back. And this next exercise is wonderful if you carry a lot of tension in your neck. So we'll start to take our heads over to one side and then roll them to the other, where we're just kind of working on maybe a little muscle contraction and then relaxing and releasing from here. And again, we can start to really connect with our breath again and feeling the heart rate suppress and working with our partner. So after these neck rolls, I think this is going to be a real crowd pleaser. So we'll start to exit this pose and come on into child's pose, Dan. So child's pose is a nice body-friendly pose for most people, and this is just the child's pose backstroke. And you don't have to be a massage therapist to do this. So it's just kind of like you'll communicate with your partner, give them a nice little back rub, take that tension off their shoulders. So after our child's pose back rub, we're going to do one of my favorites. You know what? Swing your legs back around into a seated staff pose, because this one is wonderful if you have any low back issues or hamstring tightness. And after we're nice and warmed up, so Dan's going to fold over into a forward fold, and I'm going to lift up into a bridge. As you can see, I'm just bringing a little bit of body weight onto him to enhance the hamstring stretch, and he can do the same with me. Now, it's important that you're not holding your breath, because if you do, it's going to feel like you weigh, twice the amount of what you already weigh, and be kind of more intense to your partner. So right now, we did practice this, and don't feel that if you're doing this with your partner, it's going to be perfect at first. So make sure that you communicate with him or her so that you can have a successful practice. Now for a couple standing ones, and let your partner help you out. That's another trust factor, okay? We call this the heart melt. And you gotta get kind of close to your partner. You're gonna bring your hearts towards one another, almost like you're giving them a pat on the back. Now here's a great way to develop trust with a counterbalance. We're gonna start to walk back, and I'm trusting Dan to not kind of exit this pose so I don't do a face plant, okay? Maybe a good team building exercise too, keeping the core engaged and the glutes engaged as well. Now we want to give each other a little tap, and we're going to bring that back in, and we would repeat that side to side. This is a fun one to see how low you can go. Okay, last but not least is my favorite one. It's called the trusting chair. And I'm going to start right arms, coming into a chair pose. This is another basic counterbalance exercise that you can play around with. And you can see this might be a fun one to do with kids. And even though Dan and I have a height and weight discrepancy, you can see how we're kind of working with each other to keep our balance, okay? Good. Excellent. All right, how you feeling, Dan?
Good.
Yeah?
Nice stretch. Oh, yeah.
Love
Feel
and
in
live.
love, feel more
So connected.
So yeah, when I typically teach workshops like these, because there's so many different partner yoga events going all around town, and a lot of times at first couples you'll hear them kind of like arguing or like, why did I come? But then by the end they are just so glad that they did it because it was something different.
Well, I think you were so right when you said that. At first you might like giggle and think it's cheesy or say, I don't want to do this, but then once you get into it, I bet you can really feel the connection between you and somebody else.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned some events happening for couples yoga, but you also have an event coming up on February 13th.
Yeah, February 13th, I have at my studio in Greensburg something called Partner Yoga Spa Night, where you get to sip on champagne and working with an esthetician, you'll do an organic chocolate facial.
Ooh.
And a lot of these exercises that don't require any yoga experience. So you can come out, bring your significant other, and just have a great evening.
And I know, too, that you wanted to talk about some of these 5 love languages. Is that something?
Something that, okay, so back to kind of like the cheesiness factor.
Right.
If you're at home kind of like rolling your eyes like, oh, so-and-so will never do that with me. Talk to your partner and say, this is quality time that we're spending. And maybe if it's something, let's say that you want to do, Heather, and you come out to our event and your husband's like, well, I don't know about this. But then you would want to return the favor in some way, that maybe there was something that he's always wanted you to go to experience
And
with
to
him
give
as
back,
well.
yeah.
It is.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I think this is
Thank
so
you.
neat. I really like it. We want to thank Aubrey Warwick and her husband Dan for being our guest. Aubrey, of course, is a regular PTL contributor here on Fitness Fridays, and we love having her husband Dan here with us as well. You can find out more about her partner yoga and spa event at her studio in Greensburg on her website. We'll have a link posted for you at kdka.com/PTL.